got on the turn there, but he takes a big pot down, and that narrows the chip lead.
He was in front.
Yeah, I was in front. I knew I was.
Still first level. Plenty of play left in this trophy tournament.
You know, a lot of people that watch Thomas playing soccer watched him when he was playing for Leeds, and maybe well, he's going to write the book about that, I think. But when he played for Parma, this guy was world class.
Two sixes.
Got some options here.
Okay, you can either check, which means you're happy with the best it is.
Ray Stewart wants to know what he can do. He's in the small blind. Oh, he's got a big hand here. Ace Queen. Will he raise?
You can raise it. The minimum would be another 1,000 chips. That's grand if you want to put in two.
Well, most people would maybe make
raise
this maybe 4 times the big blind.
Oh boy!
And most people would be getting themselves into a whole load of trouble here.
Re-raise. 6,000 more. 9
this
total.
Is trouble for Ray
Pass.
Stewart. The re-raise from Alan Ball. We've seen some big hands.
We've got Thomas, but what a pass with the pair of sixes.
Pass.
He did say he played a little bit before.
Can either match the 6.
That was he's worked out that the pair of sixes is going nowhere. It's
you can fold your hand if you don't.
Pretty crazy late.
tricky for Ray to get rid of Ace Queen here. I mean, but you can hardly blame him for it.
So yeah, 6 more.
Park, there's one ace left in the deck, and if it hits the board, I don't think Alan Ball's going to be too shy about getting all his chips in.
Right now, Ray really doesn't want to hit the flop.
10, 8, 6. Check or bet.
Ray Stewart with 2 options here, and both of them
bad and dreadful, I think. Like it wouldn't be the worst bet in the world here with the Ace Queen. Pretend that he flopped a pair.
15,000.
Alan Ball bringing out the big bets, and this will test
We must match it.
Ray Stewart's card sense here, and he has to figure if he was best before the flop, he can still be best now. He thinks he's looking for the ace or queen, Parg.
Well, you know, if Alan Ball is bluffing here, the call with the Ace Queen looks like a world-class play. As it is.
What have we got put in?
Yeah, anything minimum of
He's playing this pot with a lot of heart.
I'll tell you what, there's one thing he's not affected by, and it's the pressure. Ray Stewart.
Check.
He's put Alan through a contortion here. Ball's got a big hand.
You know, I think these guys, you know, once you're a competitor at one sport, you become a huge competitor at another one. Like, you know, these guys are sitting back laughing and enjoying themselves. But I tell you, they're...
Go on.
Go on, yeah, right.
What are these ones again?
1,000.
Alan just stringing Ray Stewart along here. This pot is 71,000 and Ray Stewart drawing dead.
If you hit the queen here, it could be very unlucky. Oh, God.
You called it, Parg.
Well, this is real trouble time for Ray here. It's just a question of can you get out of this with any chips? Hopefully. Alan
Ball might think he's got a flush. Ball might not want to raise here. Uh-oh. Oh, it's a big bet.
Well, it's only a question of whether Alan calls this or raises. If he raises, it's going to be pretty hard for Ray to get away from the Ace Queen.
Alan Ball.
Hopefully, for Scotland's sake, Alan will just call this.
Alan Ball has the good fortune of having plenty of chips. He has just called it. This pot over 100,000, and 2 aces going to beat 2 queens. This is really unfortunate for Ray Stewart.
Yeah, that was the worst possible card he could have hit in the river.
Both Norman Whiteside and Ray Stewart have been sideswiped, tackled from behind here early on in this heat.
Well, they wouldn't be the first people to be tackled from behind by Alan Ball. They're unlikely to be the last.
Lines are up. They're now 2,000 and 2,000, and we'll change the dealer.
And the black-striped Mad Marty Wilson blows the whistle to raise the blinds. End of the first level here, Parg. And it's become a quick question of the haves and the have-nots. Alan Ball and Tony Cascarino out front.
Yeah, we very rarely had such action at the first level in these 6-handed events before.
It's been a lot of big hands out.
Yeah, it's not exactly like anybody's done anything dreadfully wrong. It's just the way their hands have fallen.
I think Cascarino said he extended his career by 5 years just so he could keep playing cards with the guys.
Well, I think he was the first guy at the back of the bus. And with Tony's played a lot. He played a lot in the poker clubs in Paris. He's played in the Vic in London. Tony's been around the block.
Two jacks looking pretty good to Uli Stein.
Sorry?
Only two.
That's one of the scariest calls in the history of poker.
Let's see what Tony makes of this. He may not get overexcited with the ace-9 here.
That's a very good question.
And it's always a very good rule in Europe that if there's a German in the pot, you should slow down until things are otherwise dictated. I think that's the way it works.
Well, Park, Ray Stewart is all in the small blind here, and he needs to hit a flop.
Well, I don't think anybody begrudge it to him.
10, King, Ace.
He's missed this pretty wide.
Speak first.
Check.
Check.
At this stage, Ray Stewart needs a jack, and there's two of them in Uli's hand.
What if he bets it? Oh, he's giving Tony something to think about here. Because it's either a stone cold bluff.
Pass.
Yeah, on the 10.
Pass. Okay, so if you take that back.
Cascarino happy because he's going to get to see Uli Stein's hand. The cards are on the back with Ray Stewart all in, and the jacks are ahead right now. In fact, Ray Stewart needs to hit one of those jacks or running hearts to stay in this tournament. And that's given.
There's one of the hearts.
It's giving Ray Stewart some outs. He's got about 10 cards to catch now.
It would begrudge it to him.
Ray Stewart trying to pull one back out of the net. He's in it! Yes. A smile breaks across the penalty king's lips.
Well done, Ray.
I think that's known as an ironic grin.
Ray Stewart was all in and trailing for air, but the heart turn river has given him a flush, beating Uli Stein's two jacks.
Been well known for sort of ruthlessness and playing. I would probably kick my granny to win matches and things like that. So being a passionate Scot, I like to give my best at everything I do, and I'll try and do my best at this.
Plenty of football banter between these six. Goals to be scored, points to be shot. And there'll be a big old scramble before this deal is done.
No one to play with? There's always PartyPoker.com.
With the blinds at 4 and 4,000, a bit of trouble for the short stacks.
Well, a lot of trouble for the short stack, so that it may actually force them to do the right thing and just get the chips in as quickly as possible and close your eyes and hope to get lucky. It's the great thing about having a real short stack, Rory Liffey's an expert in this spot. It's just, it's one of the times in a tournament where it's impossible to make a mistake.
Raise to 15,000 total.
I have no idea what Thomas Brolin has here, but I just love the way this guy's playing. I mean, this is I think this is the third or fourth pot that he's raised.
Ray Stewart, he had 66% of his stack in the big blind, and he's taken the pot shot here. He's going to be all in.
Well, in Scotland, they might say that was a little bit loose. It's actually an automatic play from Ray Stewart.
Love, can you just give me one of
the
your
Scots don't like to put too many chips in when they're behind.
Unfortunately for Ray Stewart, he is dominated here by the Swede. But Ray Stewart's gotten out of trouble once. He could do it again. 6, the key card. And we're going to see 5 cards on the flop here.
Need 6, right? Practically.
Mad Marty Wilson clarifying the situation.
just in case anybody didn't recognise what the bleeding obvious was.
Oh.
He's got no help.
Well, there's chips in there for Ray Stewart to win. He's on the edge.
Look at Alan Ball. I mean, he's